I think that the biggest thing, I don't know if anyone has the perfect answer, and I don't think there's any one answer to fix family courts. But I always tell people there needs to be some system in place that kind of takes down the armor.
Yes.
That there's some sort of mediation. There's something where it's not immediately combative. Because I think I know individuals who are in the state of North Carolina where DV's been weaponized or alleged substance abuse. It happens all the time here in California. So in terms of, it sounds like collaborative divorce is growing in North Carolina.
Big time.
And more people are becoming aware of it.
Yes.
So what would you say the percentage of people right now that they go through the collaborative process and they're done versus the people who don't come to resolutions? And where do you see collaborative fitting in the state of North Carolina, say over the next 5 to 10 years?
I think it's going to become the new norm. I think we're going to flip the lake. That's what we'd call it, to where people choose collaborative and the outlier is litigation, which is the appropriate way that should be.
Yeah.
The family is not built to be in litigation. Litigation was created in our country to make you whole when you have been wronged or damaged in civil court, or if you're in criminal, to pay society for what you have done to our society. So neither one of those contexts does a family fit in. And that's why we have an issue, is because it doesn't belong there unless there's an outlier issue. So if everybody would go and gravitate to an alternative dispute resolution process, I think that it would make a huge difference for children across the country.
And so what is your discussion? So as this practice area grows, and let's be honest, attorneys are at the end of the day business people.
Yes.
Do you have attorneys come to you and say, what's the deal with this collaborative? What's kind of attorneys' reception to this as this becomes more well-known and more accepted?
Well, at first, whenever I started my practice as a female too, and I started my law firm straight out of law school because I believed in collaborative. I never did litigation. I went straight to collaborative and started my law firm. And people were like, are you crazy? This is like brand new law and you're moving to a brand new part of the state and you're just going to like introduce a new concept and also just start a law firm. And I was like, yeah. And I mean, honestly, I think in retrospect now, how long I've been in business, I'm like, no wonder all these people were looking at me like I was crazy. Like all the things, I was literally just like, yeah, I'm just going to trailblaze through every single demographic issue. Like it's just kind of crazy. But it really, people were drawn to it because it's easily marketable. It is faster. It's generally, I can't guarantee any results. It's faster. It's cheaper. It's less emotional distress, and you have more control over the process. I mean, there's really not like a negative thing about it. I think that attorneys now are starting to see. So at first they would kind of pat me on the head and be like, "Oh, that's so cute. Like we're so excited for your new little practice." And I was like, okay, watch me. And now they're all getting the training, but this is the unfortunate part, and this is what you have to be very careful. Everybody who is watching this, listen to me right now. When you are sitting in front of an attorney, make sure that their interests are aligned with yours. If this person gives you a bad vibe, that you should listen to that. Because, that's what happens. You have to realize who is actually looking out for you and who's not, because there are people who realize that there's a lot of money to be made off of increased conflict. And unfortunately, they gravitate towards that. You have to be very aware that if you settle outside of court, the increased animosity is not going to make somebody else more money.
Yeah, you don't. And I found the biggest thing is I hate putting either party on the stand or having any witnesses testify because, I mean, we all know both our states have best interest of the child as the standard. It weaponizes any and everything. Mm-hmm. Oh, he used to spank the kid with the belt. Oh, well, you used the spatula and your sandal. That was how but all of a sudden there's 7 CPS complaints and you're on the stand trashing them. How are you going to be able to co-parent with that person?
Exactly.